borrowers, and step by step they move out of poverty. That thing became known as microcredit, sometimes called microfinance, spread all over the world. Every single country that you represent, if you dig a little bit, you'll see there are microcredit programs in your country, because they thought it's so important that they have to have it. This is a rich country, poor country, doesn't matter. We started in the United States in 2008, called Grameen America. We lend money to the poor women in New York City who will not get a penny from anybody. No bank will ever go to them. No institution will come anywhere near them. We lend them without any collateral, without any introduction. And that idea spread in many cities in the United States. Now we have 18 branches in 11 cities, in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Indianapolis, Omaha, Nebraska, and so on. We have over 75,000 borrowers, 100% women, and 100% repayment. Nobody defaulted a single loan for a single week. So that is the power. Then it raises many questions. That's what I wanted to share, not the story of Grameen Bank. The question that comes to my mind, why people are poor? Is it the fault of the poor people that they are poor? Or is it the fault of the institutions that we built for the world? So I always come back. It is the institution that we built which caused the poverty. Poverty is not created by poor people. Poverty is created by the system that we built. So we tried to challenge that institution, particularly financial institution. That's the Grameen Bank story. We challenged them. Everything they do, we do the opposite. And it works. They go to the rich, we go to the poor. They go to men, we go to women. They want collateral, we said no collateral. We can build a system on trust. And the whole global microcredit that runs is based on trust. There is no paper. There is no lawyer. Grameen Bank is the only lawyer-free bank in the whole world. And as we do the microcredit, we also got interested in other things, the healthcare. If you are poor in health. It goes together. Particularly for women, it's a terrible thing that you come close to the women, you see how much they suffer. So what we did, we created a health insurance built into the Grameen Bank. You pay $4 a year for the whole entire family. All your health needs are covered by a medical doctor, by nurses, by lab, pathological lab, everything. And it works. We created hospitals. We created eye care hospital for cataract operation so that people don't have to remain blind because some little surgery was not done to her. We make it very cheap, make it possible that everybody can have it, and want to make sure this is sustainable, it covers all its cost. The first eye care hospital we built came to break-even point in 4 years. Then we are very excited. It's a 10,000 cataract operation per year. We built the second one. Second one came to break-even point in 3 years. Built the third one. This is operating. Fourth one is under construction. So we created a system of business which is different from the conventional business. And I said, why you always have to do the conventional way, make money? Does business mean that you have to make a lot of money? I said, no, if I don't want to make money, why should I? So we created a new kind of business to solve problems. And each one that I gave example, the eye care hospital, the health insurance, these are all sustainable businesses, but with no intention of making personal money out of it. And I gave it a name, called it social business. Non-dividend company to solve human problems. And we built one after another. We went to the healthcare of the children. This is a basic problem in any country. Rich country, poor country, doesn't matter. Poor children are malnourished. Either malnourished or obese. Obesity is a major problem in rich countries. So all happens. So we created a social business around it. First we produced the vitamin A. We encouraged them to produce vegetables so that their children can eat, so that they can have enough vitamin A, so that they don't suffer from the night blindness. This is a disease very common in Bangladesh some 30 years back when we started. And today, night blindness disappeared in the whole country because we are selling seeds for vegetables so that people can grow their own vegetable and feed their children. And it became a very popular action from us. We became the largest seed seller in the country in the process. We didn't go to the doctor to solve all the problems. We just took the responsibility and created a system where they can grow this vegetable and eat and feed their children so that they can take care of night blindness. It became a history. Then we brought the health insurance, as I mentioned. Then we brought a joint venture with Danone, French company, to produce a special kind of yogurt, to put all the micronutrients in the yogurt and make it very cheap so the children can eat it and overcome the problem of malnutrition. And it became a very popular business as a social business. Danone doesn't want to take profit out of it. We don't want to take any profit out of it. As a social business, we can take back the investment money, nothing more than that. And Danone feels proud of it that they have done. And we created a nursing college. And Her Majesty was there to inaugurate that. And that's a social business, joint venture with Glasgow Caledonian University and us. And it's the top nursing school in Bangladesh right now. We created joint ventures with Veolia. Water is a big problem all over the world, but Bangladesh particularly. Our groundwater is polluted, and our surface water is polluted, groundwater is arsenic contaminated. So we created a joint venture with a big company, Veolia, French company, to bring safe water in the village and sell it in a very, very small price so that everybody can afford it. And it's sustainable, cover all the cost. That's a social business. So idea of creating an alternative financial system is one that needs to be addressed. And we did that. Idea of creating alternative business to solve the problem, that's what we have promoted, and it's all over the world right now, promoting. And these are very important things because of two things I will mention quickly. One is the poverty that I mentioned, and the continuation of that poverty over years, what will happen in future. You have heard about the population explosion. We have reached 7 billion people in 2011. It took millions of years to come to the first million people on this planet. Millions of years later, we came to 1 million people in the planet, 1 billion people on the planet. No, sorry, 1 million people on the planet. Then it took us another thousands of years to 1804 to reach the first billion people on this planet in 1804, other day. And it took 103 years after that, 123 years after that, to come to the second billion in 1927. And then it took 33 years after that to get to the third billion. And it took 16 years after that to come to the fourth billion. And after that, it's taking almost like 12 years to get another billion. So we'll be in 2022 will be 8 billion. By the time we hit 2050, we'll be 15 billion people on this planet. It's an enormous expansion of human beings. African population will be equal to Asian population by 2000, or the end of 2000, end of this century. But by 2050, it will be 2.5 billion people.